As I'm sure you've heard before, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. And that's exactly what happened in this particular situation we're about to talk about. That originally sounded like a total dream, but ended up being a total nightmare. Usually when it comes to MrBeast, we're usually talking about his extreme acts of kindness because that's the kind of stuff he's known for. So to hear that people are upset at something he did, well, it's kind of rare. But he recently found himself in what I think is probably one of the craziest situations yet. Like, this is truly insane and also just really sad at the same time because it proves that people can in fact ruin a good thing very, very quickly. And this story, in my opinion, I don't think it's on MrBeast at all. Like, he wanted to do something nice and he was going to execute it, but other people decided to take advantage of these acts of kindness that he does so often and totally blew it out of proportion. They got other people's hopes up and, in conclusion, ruined the entire thing. Things here escalated to a horrible degree and it ended up hurting people in the end, instead of actually helping out a community and brightening people's days. So there was a rumor going around North Carolina at one specific grocery store, the Piggly Wiggly, that MrBeast was going to be coming to that store to pay for everyone's groceries. The word got out and thus people flooded to the store that day. Like it was Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving type of shopping vibes, okay? I mean, it was absolute chaos in this store. Whatever you're imagining, you're not even ready for this. People literally took advantage of this entire situation and ruined it for themselves. They filled up all their carts as high as possible. They filled up trash bags with food in hopes that they were going to be walking out of there with a bunch of free stuff that would last them months to come. The store was completely wrecked and it was so chaotic. The shelves were clearing, the aisles were a mess, things were everywhere. I mean, it looked as if the apocalypse was coming and this was the last chance to ever buy food again. That's exactly what the entire store looked like with the way that everybody rated it. So as a result of all of this chaos, employees at the store began breaking the news to people that MrBeast was not coming and that this entire situation just got so out of hand that it became a safety issue for him, and so he could not come and pay for everyone.
Not coming today.
Can I pay for my beer and my sausages?
Take you over there.
They should. They'll take me.
Anybody needs to get groceries on the regular, please proceed through the line. What were you saying, ma'am? MrBeast is not coming today due to security issues.
Oh, no, Jesus. No, tell bring his ass back.
And I'm the one to get to tell y'all so.
Oh, God, get him.
Anybody intending on getting groceries on the regular, MrBeast is not coming today. There are security issues. He can't even get here. I didn't even know about this till last night, so I have no idea what's going on.
Literally like this poor woman that is to go around and tell everyone that MrBeast is not coming. Like, she is literally going to be the person that is ruining these people's day and she knows it. But they also aren't even aware that they are ruining her day because she's working there, and as she is telling them like, hey, sorry, you're not gonna get that great day, she's also probably looking at their carts like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to put all that stuff back because you guys are literally crazy right now. People had literally been so greedy taking everything off the shelves that they caused such a mess, and now that he wasn't coming, they were like, okay, bye. Like, they left. The crowd was so disappointed that they just had their carts and walked away. Like, are you joking me? People were absolutely shook by what they were witnessing at this store, that a lot of people went on live to just show the events of everything that was unfolding right before their eyes.
Now nobody knows what's going on. Y'all, this is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
The store actually closed down and they had to put a sign outside because they could not let anybody into the store anymore, and they were trying to figure out what the heck they were trying to do with all of these carts that were left like this. I mean, it was absolutely horrible. There were some people who did stay and clean up and help put things back, but a large majority of the shoppers looking to take advantage of an act of kindness just left the store, leaving all that they had grabbed either on the floor, in their carts, in trash bags. It was just such a sad situation for the employees working there that day. I can't imagine having to try and put those things back and try and clean up after all these people came in and destroyed it. And it's so sad people act like this, honestly. Like, this is not the way to be acting, and you're certainly not going to be receiving any sort of reward for acting like this. That is for sure. I mean, their actions resulted in them not even being able to get what they thought that they were going to get, but it just proves that they didn't even deserve it at the end of the day. Like, if he came and gave these people free groceries, it just would have been upsetting because they just completely trashed the store. They weren't respectful. They were not deserving of what they were trying to buy, if that's how they were going to act about it. It's just sad to see. I mean, there's people that are working there and they're gonna have to clean up after you. So like, let's be respectful of that. Yeah, it's exciting to get free stuff, but let's not be rude about it and take advantage of things. That is what ruins it for everyone else. People that want to go crazy like this. Literally, there was a post made on Facebook that said, MrBeast bought out Piggly Wiggly on Dickerson. Everything is free. Like, let's just stop and think about this for a second. Let's just stop and think. Like, that sounds way too good to be true. And I know that MrBeast does these crazy acts where that could be believable as something that he would do, but that's overwhelming. Let's not go to the store and have a freak out about this. Let's be more organized about the situation and not act like we are in a zombie apocalypse. And maybe that's more on the store for not setting out like a proper line in the store. But gosh, that is just horrible. And I feel bad for people that went to the store that day not knowing anything about who MrBeast was or what the situation was going on, just trying to get their regular groceries for the week and got stuck in all of this. So as a result of all of this, people were kind of questioning the entire situation. They were wondering if someone had just pranked the town or what the deal was. Like, was MrBeast actually planning on ever coming to this store? And definitely not a fan of using him as a source, but Keemstar does know MrBeast and personally reached out to him for a comment on this. And this is what he had to say about the situation. In a text to Keemstar, he said, "We have been going around town all week doing small acts of kindness for people who could use help. I wanted to go to Piggly Wiggly to discreetly pay for some people's groceries when they checked out. So we asked the Piggly Wiggly manager for permission to film in the store. They decided to spread the word far and wide that I was coming to buy out the store. People were saying that the employees were telling them the day before to come the next day to get free stuff from MrBeast, which we were not aware of, and asked them not to tell anyone. Basically, the employees lied to people." The entire store, the people that worked there, I'm sure it wasn't everyone that leaked this information, and I'm sure they were trying to do something good for their friends and family, being like, hey, like, come and get free groceries. But they completely turned this into a total mess. Because when you tell one person, they're going to tell their friends, and it just ruined it for everyone. This whole thing was such a mess. And it's so sad because he really just wanted to show up randomly and pay for a couple people and go home. But with the way that MrBeast is wording this text message, it's as if this store told everybody that MrBeast was going to buy every single product in that store. And you guys could come in, fill your carts as high as possible, and just walk right out the store because everything was going to be paid for. That was just not the case. And this turned into the craziest thing I have seen, honestly. And it definitely did bite the manager and the employees that spread the word. I still feel bad that they were left with such a mess. I'm sure they weren't expecting that, but damn. This whole thing is a nightmare of a situation. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this entire thing and how you feel about people from the store being upset at MrBeast. I mean, he never exactly said on his Twitter or any sort of social media that he was 100% coming. He was just asking around to see if he could film on the possibility that he wanted to show up one day and randomly do an act of kindness. He never said, hey guys, if you live in the area, come to the store. I mean, that would be a different story that we would be talking about if he had said something like that. But because he didn't say anything at all, it's just at the fault of people that work there and spread this message around. And also just the way that these people were acting in the store. Horrible, 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 horrible. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if any of you guys live in this area, did you hear about this? Let me know. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.